Hey, Faye, how's it going? It's been a bit. I'm good, 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 good. Good to hear. Let me put some music on. I'm just doing. Oh, fun. Okay, I think that's everywhere. Let's see. But that's good that you're doing good and you're getting people to, you're getting your boyfriend to visit you. Just gonna be rendering today, so. Okay. It's interesting because it looks like you got a eye slash for your stuff now, which is weird. But besides that, anything else is new? What's going on? It's been a hot minute since I've seen you in stream. Hey, how's it going? My day has been pretty good. How about yours? Kongse. Yo, I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Oh, good. I subscribe. Thank you for the subscribble. Are you an artist yourself? Yeah, what type of art do you do? Anime, nice. I mean, obviously same. What? What do you mean? What the hell? You draw realistic stuff too? So do I. I just tend to lean to anime just because it's fun. Turtle with a gun! Ah! How's it going? Now you're her. I'm in America, sadly. Yeah. I'm in the United States. It's good. Hey, Snowlock, how's it going? I'm finally getting to the fun part of my drawing, the characters. Oh, you are? What's your fun part? Oh my God, thank you. Thank you very much. If you want, you can join my Discord and share some of your art as well if you'd like. Oh, is this for your Oh, this is for your big project you've been working on. Nice. Glad you're finally to that part. Gotta figure out the cheap ways, man. Oh, that's okay. But yeah, perspective is a hard thing to master. People say I've mastered it. I do not think so. I do not think I'm good at perspective. How long did it take me to draw that? So far, 5 hours and 46 minutes. I honestly don't know what that means. 5 hours steps. Yup. Thank you. I am definitely Unk. I am old. not, not part of the younging group anymore. What time is it? Yes, I am the guy that drew you a beer. A bear. Bear. Not beer. Bear. Ugh. My accent sucks sometimes. It is about 8:30 here for me. Whew. You're in the morning still. You're at the mall? Cool. You gonna get yourself something nice? What would you choose instead of how do you handle creative burnout, gang? I actually made a full video about how to handle burnout before. I usually just do scribbles, but if I had to choose a medium besides digital, it would probably, I would have to say, markers. I like working with markers a lot. I think that's going to be the medium that I would choose for my stuff. There's a hot topic in Korea. The more you learn every day. Dream project I haven't done. I'd probably, a dream project I haven't done would probably be, I want to eventually be in the game development side of things. Conceptual, visual development, art, stuff like that. I still have yet to directly do that. I've done freelance work where I helped, but nothing directly. I would specifically love to work with Square Enix. I think I always had a soft spot for Bonnie, but that's up to you. And I'm gonna get a Shrek shirt. Cool. And you're gonna get both. Nice. Gonna get both plushies. The more the merrier, right? Are you tired? Right now? Nah, I'm in the zone. I'm doing pretty good. Are you gonna be live tomorrow? Yes, I'll be live tomorrow as well. If you're gonna need to head out, that is A-okay. You don't have to worry about sticking around. Um, Usually around the same time as right now for you. Not quite sure what time that would be because you said it was 11 for you, 11:30. Yeah, so if you want to check out the same time, I'm also on Twitch as well if you want to check that out. Gotta go. Okay, I will see you tomorrow then. What I hate when I try to look up reference for a chicken and it shows me more fried chicken than actual animal. Oh man. If you want chicken references, you should check out my friend Quinn. They have their own little chicken coop. And they've been posting quite a bit about that. Let me see if I can get their stuff. Let me go to Instagram because that's where they mostly post their stuff. And their art is just amazing. Let me see if I can find their... let me just go to Instagram and find it. Quill. Quill de Fabrice. Oh, right. They're on Blue Sky now. It's hard to keep up where everyone's going to be now. It's asking me to sign in. One second. Blue Sky has like 15 different ways to sign in, or 15 different things you have to do to sign in, which is awesome. But Yeah, here you go. They are an amazing artist, as well as a chicken fancier. They got, like, follow them and scroll down and you'll see chickens galore. And actually, I think one of their recent posts is about how they tested one of their drawings for chicken. So there you go. But that is their art. They are one of my good friends and mentors. They're the ones that pointed me in the right direction. Oh my goodness, no, I don't want. Oh. In the right direction of what I should do to improve my art. So I owe them a great deal. Hmm. But yeah, so look, if you want to check out some real life chickens, that's the path for you to go. I honestly didn't know your booth or your picture that you've been working on needs chickens. Right? Your bard is a chicken born. There's where I was missing the chicken. So yeah, Quill would be the best path for you to go to see for reference. At least I think. Stream froze for me. No, never mind. It was my internet. Ad it's second. It's 30 second, 15 second ad. Okay. Well, thank you for supporting me with the ad, I guess. Vomits blood on snow unceremoniously and play it off like nothing happened. What's up, everyone? I am creatively bankrupt when it comes to weapon designs. Yeah, I mean, it takes practice. That's the main thing, is like it when it comes to weapon design, it takes lots of understanding. Of everything. Gonna do the eyes on their own layer. Not making this little spot right there. My mind is bound too much into reality. There's nothing wrong with that. When it comes to being bound to reality. Nothing really is wrong with that. It's you have to have some form of understanding of reality to figure out what you're going to be doing creatively. You can't just have these non-creative things dampen your creative power, your creative prowess, you know? Release yourself from reality. Here, let me hit you with something. A self-feeding crossbow that fires Nokia phones. See, there you go. Or, you know, well, when it comes to having to design a cool scythe for a commission, even with some cool scythes as reference, I'm limiting myself to what I know how scythe is construction IRL. Okay, that's all you need to know. Scythes are probably one of my favorite weapons. Crossbow wouldn't handle it. Yes, it would. What are you talking about? So, when it comes to designing something that is based off of a real item, draw the silhouette of the item first. Once you get the silhouette down, then start adding the crystals, magical effects, the blood-stained weaponry, things like that. Don't push yourself into a hole right at the very beginning. I got a scythe. I put a little creative spin to it, or try to make it into a mini halberd. My favorite weapon. That's all custom scythes are. My favorite scythe design is probably from Final Fantasy XIV. Have you looked up that? Yes, yes, it is. Ooh, he's trying. Sorry, I was focusing on trying to make it not look like. Okay, interesting. Okay, I will say that the only qualm I have so far with it is it doesn't look like it has an edge, but that could be just a quick line situation, as well as it isn't thick enough. But you're still working on it, so I'm not trying to push. But yeah, those are the only things. Yeah, no, that looks good so far. I don't know what your issue is. Just gotta learn where to add different effects, I guess. Okay. So a scythe like that is a mixture of a spear, halberd, and obviously a scythe. Adding the halberd side to it is perfect. I love that. But it is also a fictional weapon because the closest thing we have to real life scythes is a halberd. So, what does that tell you to look at? The halberd is very effective. Now, there's a multitude of what you can do. So think of how it's going to be used. Because if you think of it as a mixture between a halberd and a scythe, one side being the halberd, the top point being the spear side, and then the other side being a scythe, what is the scythe side going to be used for? Skewering. It is 100% a skewer. It's gonna be used to skewer people off of like and probably hook. Yes. So you go slice or stab, someone gets stabbed through, then you pull out and they're just hooked off, you know? So think of it that way then. So how would that effectively be transferred as a weapon? Will the scythe be sticking out the other way? Will it Sorry, I'm also focusing on this, so I kind of. But I love making weapons, weapon designs, and stuff for visual development because you can learn a lot about historical weapons. Putting on my pants. Wow, okay. And I bought myself a candle to myself feel better. Wow. Slash in terms of fictional media, skewers or slash. So, slash is an attack form. It's a slash. He just got those gains where it just broke off. So I'm not talking about height. The height's not the issue. Proportional to the rest of the scythe, it looks like it's a twig. I'm not talking about versus the guy. I'm talking about scythe to dude. No, 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 no. So no. Okay. No. Okay. So think of the regular handle of a scythe being this thick. Okay. So it needs to be a little bit more because it will just snap if it hits anything based off of how heavy the blade is. And you can thicken it in different spots to give it a little more uniqueness, but the thickness right now it looks like it's about this thick. Okay? So, would you swing a scythe with a metal tip? That would snap the end. You gotta, if you're thinking of reality, you also have to, and mixed with fantasy, like you're thinking, try to push the reality of it a little bit more. Silent gets it. So, like, just trying to help you out. I mean, I made a whole series of me. Every year I do sword timber. And I have learned a lot from doing that, actually. Like, I don't know. Because I want to help you out. So what's okay? So you got the scythe down. The stick was all actually thicker. I actually made it skinnier for rule of cool, I guess, because I was afraid I was pushing it too much with my reality limit understanding. So a scythe is already breaking reality, but the way you make something believable is based off of how much reality you make it, how much reality you add to it in order for people to suspend their disbelief. Exactly. Silent, you're helping me out today with Snowlog. I am appreciating it so much. Yeah, so it's exactly as Silent has said. You want, because people believe more of fantasy, the more it follows at least some form of rules. Take superheroes, for example, right? But like, let's go FX6FE, Reaper, weapons, images. Like, let me show you these designs because these are just some sick freaking scythes. That's what we need. Okay. Look at these. Look how thick they are, you know? Like they're base. Yes, it could be thicker for this one, but for the most part, check these out. Like that's sick. Have you? Okay, so there's a. That's just an animation issue, not a. It does have weight. You can see it. I used to watch Ruby, but their animation was a YouTube animation studio, so. But like, this is a really cool one. You don't have to make it that big, but this is really cool. Also, I like this scythe. This is really, I mean, look how thick, look at the balancing that they've done, where it's thin, super thick, thin, super thick with a bunch of spikes. This one, it has the same balance, but it goes thick where they bound it up, and boom. This one's a generic looking one, or like a digital looking one. That's pretty cool. Like, but they all kind of have a feeling that you can hold on to it, you know? Like, it's all proportional to the character. Like, look at that. The full hand, full palm, right there. And look at that. Tiny one. That's actually pretty good. I like that one. This one's pretty cool. Like, this is when I do weapon design, that's what I do, is I look at how other people make weapons. Exactly. There's a design to them at some level, you know? They're not just there's not just big bonk stick, there's weapon of a more civilized time. Yeah. And like scythes are very much a utilitarian tool. They're meant to call the wheat. Welcome back. So, like if we look up a normal scythe, like let's see, like this one right here, this one, like there's a bunch of people that have made up weapons, but this is what they normally look like. They're still pretty dang thick. They're still, look at this one, man, look at how like uneven that is. Look at how it goes dark to light. Look at, they have extra handles. Look at the blade. This is like real life scythes are just crazy looking. And like, look, he's holding it like that, which means that there's probably some way to use it like that. And then, you know, there's obviously, you know, several designs of how to do that. I mean, like, look at that. This is just, and you can look at how they sharpen it. Look at what a sharp one looks like. Look at look at this. Man, look how thick that is with a burly little thing right there. Design, like it's designed to look like it actually melds with the top. Man, looking at scythes, and look at, this is a crazy one. Look at how many heads that is. That's a realistic one. Oh man. And like that's how they would set it down. It's so cool to check, like look that up. You don't have to like try to make up everything for a weapon. That's so cool, right? Scythes are so cool. So still, like that's what, when you're trying to design something, look at what it looks like real. Like, do not worry about that. Like, if you're having an adventuring party start off, they're not going to have the most epic looking weapon. They're going to have the basic thing. They're going to have something simple. Mm-hmm. And oh my goodness, lightsabers are the perfect example of how to make something based off of reality and just keep on changing it with reality. The original lightsaber is based off of the katana, right? Then we got Darth Maul's lightsabers, which is based off of a quarterstaff and a katana, which is an actual weapon. Then, looking at Kylo Ren's, it turned it into a longsword. The coolest weapons are based somewhat into reality. Right? Like, and it has the functionality of turning one side off and on. So that's what you gotta think. Why did someone, so when it comes to a scythe, be turning it into a weapon, scythes are originally a farm tool. I've thought about this a lot because scythes are probably my favorite fantasy based off of farm equipment tool or weapon that's out there. Right? So scythes are originally a farm tool. Yeah. So at some point, a farmer was like, there's going to need to be a calling. We're going to need to do something. So they made their farm equipment into weapons, kind of like pitchforks, you know? So there was an uprising. And then they realized that it's very much a utilitarian tool that can be used for that. So what got them to keep it into that zone? What got them to be okay with using this weapon a lot more? Was it because it was more of a halberd, or is it because what was the special feature that could do it used for, and how do you implement that into its design? So that's why I was like, it needs to be thicker, at least towards the top, because scythes do a lot of pulling. They pull, so it needs to be thick enough on top, at least. Whether you do it through the entire thing or just on top, it's going to be the thick part at the top that's going to cause it to be able to hold its form and do what it's made to do, which is slice everything towards you. Exactly. So, when you're thinking of a fantasy weapon like a scythe, what would be the historical relevance for it? It was top heavy. So, that's why a lot of them are designed to have a crook, because they're top heavy. That crook allows you to still slice down but pull later. So, yeah, quickly do a silhouette. Make a thick brush and do a silhouette of the axe. Yeah, so are gun swords. What you doing? Oh. Okay, bye. Oh, sorry, I zoned in there a little bit. What's everyone doing right now? Wow. Okay. I'm looking through the Twitch creator channel moderator channel thing, and this piece is looking pretty good. um, when I am staring, when you're, as an artist, when you're staring at something for long enough, you stop. You can tend. Your eyes start. Words. Okay. Deep breath. When you are staring at something long enough, your eyes start playing tricks on you and saying some aspects of it are good, some aspects are not. Um, that's one of the reasons why I have this out right now. It's because every so often I look at it and see if I'm getting the right vibe that I want this piece to have. Um, so in a way, yes, it does look different for me sometimes. Yeah. So with myself looking at the Twitch version, it's helping me see the full picture a little bit better and seeing what you guys see.
He's just sitting in the bathroom in the dark.
Yep, that's what he does all day. I am streaming. Just FYI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I came down to see if you can think of anything. Well, you can text me, I guess, if you want anything. I was gonna do a grocery order. We're out of cheese.
I like the spicy, the hot salsa. For lunches. And I am out of soda. And tuna.
Is Baja Blast Tropical Lime different?
Yes, it's the new flavor.
Oh, it's the only one I got.
I can just do Baja Blast 0. Or not to do 0.
Okay. I hate when the branding changes.
For what?
Just anything, because then I gotta read.
Yeah.
Like, dang it. It doesn't look the same. Mildly inconvenient.
Yep.
Okay. Tuna, Ladoo, spicy sauce.
Yeah. I'm not sure about anything else though. Oh. We'll need to discuss later, but I want to get a toaster.
My toast.
I want a toaster.
Okay.
We can discuss later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really needed a toaster.
I just like my sandwiches a little toasted.
Get thick and chunky. Alright, well, I didn't get to heat pressing, but I got everything prepped to heat press.
Oh, good.
So, I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see if I can do this pickup for tomorrow too.
I mean, I can do it too.
Well, yeah, like, dude, I meant, like, if I'm able to, like, schedule it for tomorrow. Because this one's super busy, so sometimes it's like we'll just schedule the next day. Like, the 2 days in advance. Which is foolishness. Not my phone back today. Okay, well, have fun. I like what you're drawing. Nice, colorful.
Mm-hmm.
She got thighs.
Yep. Yep. I don't. No, it's. She's from the cyberpunk show.
Yeah.
Kind of like. Also made by Studio Trigger. You know, my favorite animation studio.
Yep. It's obvious when Studio Trigger.
They like their colors.
And like all the dudes look like Simone, so
All the dudes look like Simon or Kamina, and all the or the dudes look like twinks. There's no middle ground.
there's a lot of squash and stretch.
Yep. Oh no, my headphones broke.
What? How are they broken?
Just some of the frame is chipping. That's unfortunate.
Your beads are on the ground.
Thank you. Those probably fell out of my pocket.
Not your pockets.
But yeah. Hey, turtle with a gun.
Hello, gun.
But yeah, the voice actress for her is going to be at Anime ID, so I kind of wanted to do something bright for her.
Speaking of voice actresses, I gotta get a hold of that one because he still has that stupid order and she hasn't replied to me. I'm like, woman, you've given me your money. Please let me make your product.
Please, let me send it to you right now.
I'm like, just reply to the email. Oh my god.
You got to message her on TikTok.
I have messaged her on Instagram. I've messaged her on I can't message her on TikTok because she's not following me.
You can still message her.
It wouldn't let me. I tried.
Okay, I'll message her later.
Okay.
I don't know why I got the message thing. It's probably because I got 20k followers.
I've got 20k followers. Oh, silly.
I'm super big on the TikToks.
Yeah, all the places that she has socials says, like, you can't message this person because you're not friends with them. I'm like, what?
That's a load of bull.
But that's what it says. Anyway, come on, bud. Let's go. Yes, go.
He's like, no, I'm nice and cool down here.
Nice and cool down here. You can stay down here. I'm going to bed.
What do you guys think so far? I like it, Picasso. Do you feel bonita? I barely know what Lucy looks like. I think it looks wicked. You should definitely watch Cyberpunk Edge Runner. It is so good. Between her chest and her... I don't like track it slash sad shows. It's not sad for the most part. So let me make a new layer real quick to show you. So there's a few ways. So you're probably talking about like right. You're probably talking about right here, aren't you? Right? If you're talking about right there, how I figure that out is, one, the outfit likes to hang. As you can see, excuse me. As you can see right here, it hangs on the arm. And so that means that there's going to be a lot more like tension for where it hangs. Oh gosh, my ear is itching. Sorry guys. Okay. So then I probably should fix these now that you pointed that out. So this is where the arm is actually going like this. So the clothes overlap like this. You're making me overthink my stuff, and now I want to fix it all. So yeah, there's that, which would make this right there, and that right there. You're making me want to fix up this whole spot, my dude. So that's how I figure out which direction it's going to go. Right? So the arm is going this way. The tension is starting from right here and going over. Okay? Now, when you look at clothes, they have most of their folds on the inside. So most of the folds are going to be going like this towards the elbow. And then it's going to be slack on the opposite side. So there's going to be a lot of drip. Drip. All right? Yeah. So with that, after that, I'm like, okay, so it's going to do this weird, like, bump in the road situation. So it's not going to be super there. Yeah, no, I'm accurate on where I want everything. I just maybe want to switch up that right there. But other than that, yeah, I think I'm going to just switch up right there. This a little more breathing. That's better. So it's a little more practice. I'm not super happy with clothing that I do all the time. So it's all about understanding where things crease and all that. This is a very not realistic clothing piece, so it's very hard to figure it out. And I still gotta do the eyes. Well, it's not realistic because of how it hangs, but I understand that's how it hangs because I've watched the show. Um, and that's pretty much the reason why I'm able to understand, because it just hangs off of her arms. It doesn't have a rhyme or reason. And I mean, that's the cool thing about Studio Trigger, is they make up cool. They figure out cool outfit designs that just make sense in the most non-make sense way. So but like you said, I say it's unrealistic, but I understand how things work realistically because I practice how to draw things that are unrealistic or that are realistic, so I understand how exactly the clothing or the lighting is going to affect these objects. And then there's also the stylistic choices that I'm making for this piece. But that's just kind of the point of being an artist, is being able to understand how things realistically work. Which, as much as I say that I'm afraid of what's going to happen technology-wise for the future, there's clearer and clearer signs of a bubble and how things aren't accurately portrayed by specific things. Oh, boy. No, look, did you look at Blue's, my friend, at all? They have chicken leg stuff if you scroll far enough down. Like, there's several. You just gotta scroll down. I did and followed him. I'm not using it. I close my tabs often. I'm not using it. That's better than I do. I have so many tabs open. But part of it is work tabs, and part of it is just trying to keep everything organized and between work, streaming, and so on. Well, if you scroll down, you can get the feet. I know because I followed him. Thighs, nice. Thank you. I wish I could go so much. I can't afford to go. So, like, Edgerunner is announcing stuff, Digimon's announcing stuff. I just can't. I'm in the middle of Idaho, so I can't really. I can't go to the really cool conventions. Didn't we discuss that you were going to add light source to it? No, I'm bummed I can't go to Anime Expo in LA. I want to so much. Like, that would be a, if I could booth or just, I think if I could just spend the time to spend the money to go, that would be awesome. But I also want to go to Tokyo and Japan and like, I would love to go to it. Rice Ball, are you going to be going to it? Are you going to Anime Expo? Okay. I was going to be like, if you are, I need you to tell me how good the Digimon TCG simulator is that they're going to have people test out there. Hey, but tomorrow the PlayStation, the second quarter PlayStation State of Play is going to be out. State of Play, Delta Road. Didn't we literally snored last time during PlayStation State, or was that something else? That was the Digimon Digimon convention thing that was like 40 minutes of them talking about their new toys. Man, if there's a Jack and Daxter remake that's going to be announced, take all of my money. I mean, I do that every so often. I don't. Maybe. Was it the state of play? Or maybe I did do a state of play one. So the last Jack and Daxter game I played, it was one where the Sonic Racing game was announced. That was a state of play. That was a state of play. You are right. Right, and it was mainly a Monster Hunter Wilds one, so. Yeah, tomorrow's another state of play. Jet Set Radio Robot reboot? What? I have no idea what that is. Few years ago, the devs said they would give. So, do you want to know a fun fact, guys? I'm hoping that you're right about that, Rice Ball, that there's going to be a Jack and Daxter announcement, because the Naughty Dog said that they want to make a fourth Jack and Daxter, one that's canonically a fourth Jack and Daxter, not just a smooth like a random PSP ripoff. Okay. The issue was, one, they didn't have the funding. Two, they didn't have an idea of what they were going to make. So they said, back in 2019, I think, they were like, we'll allow Sony to put this game up on all the Jack and Daxter games from the original series up onto the PlayStation Store for PlayStation 4. And if we get enough funding from it, we will attempt to figure out what to do next. that will be core to the game. So, if what you're telling me is correct, then we might be actually getting a Jak and Daxter thing. Especially since they've been doing a bunch of like announcement type or like a bunch of interviews about Jak and Daxter over Last of Us and I think I need to rest my eyes a bit. But I am liking where this is going. But I think I'm done for the night. So I'm going to say bye-bye to the YouTube. Thank you so much for watching today. I've only been streaming for 2 hours. Did YouTube end my stream for some reason? Huh. No? Weird. Okay. Well, I'm going to end the stream there.